Yeah. All right. There you go. We've got it. So I don't have the map pool, so it will be just a surprise. But game one is gonna be on Colorado, and it's apparently Spain against Germany. So welcome everyone again, as now it's actually starting to the EPL Week 3, MDS against CMC, and I maybe would need to add some information on the screen, like the teams of past players or something, and the scores. I can't pause. Wow, that's funky. Okay, anyway, we'll do that maybe next game. I'm gonna write it down so I don't forget about it. All right, but yeah, we've got Germany here on the left side of the map, played by Kevin, and on the other side you've got Spain as red, played by Frontier. And both of these players are French actually, and they know each other pretty well, so it should be interesting. You know, they're I wouldn't say they're quite old school players, but they've been around for a while. They've played lots of games on EP, played in a few tournaments, and they were always, you know, at their top level, probably Colonel or High Colonel, maybe Brigadier or something. So by no means weak players. We've got here on this side Spain going for a trading post, which is, you know, it depends on your plan, I guess. You know, TP can be nice as Spain. Oh, I wish he just crackshot the treasure, though. It's pretty good. But yeah, TP is nice, but if you go for that trading post, it means you probably won't be able to go for ATP after that, which is, you know, maybe you would like to go ATP on this map. You can take straight TPs, and Germany will have only one. If you get trading posts, you might also miss a few treasures, and this map has a lot of treasures as well. So it's a decision, you know, it's trade-off. I don't know if it's better to just maybe go market when you've got like coin in the base and some food, and just hunt down the treasures as soon as you can, and just build a TP while you're aging or something. But yeah, he's going to get a lot of XP, so he's got a second shipment already. On the other side, you've got Germany. Well, just going for the market, they don't have much of a choice usually. I wish I could just scroll up the chat so I would know what treasures we've got, but you know, it's DE, so you can't ask for too much. So I don't know what treasures Germany's got. But looking at his food stack, it looks like he didn't get too many good treasures, because like he's not gonna age especially early, but he should still be able to just age with the regular 17 age up just fine, so that's good for him. Spain now getting 90 food, which is pretty nice. It's not quite going to help him so much to age, so he's not gonna have the greatest age up time as a result of that trading post here. Again, would have been nice to just pick off that that 50 food there, just to make sure he could age in time. And Germany is going to click up now. Pretty much at the standard 17 age up time. I'm gonna start chopping wood, most likely going to go for a trading post, but Frontier is being smart here, and he's just going to sit on that TP socket, because like he knows, oh, nice pull trick, but not gonna be quite in time. But yeah, now that's also a nice thing for Spain about having already a trading post. Now he doesn't need to build a trading post, so he can just sit on that TP and deny the German trading post. Which is why Kevin is instantly going to send a Settler Wagon on the side to build that TP, because he knows he's not going to be able to get it up with his Explorer here. So he's going to send a Settler Wagon and also send his Explorer, because obviously if you build with a Settler Wagon, you're wasting resources, while if you build with your Explorer, you're not. So he's going to try to get it up with his Explorer, but he still has the Settler Wagon as well, because he knows that there's the dog in the Tame Wolf here. Oh, but they're gonna attack the Bill. Okay, no, never mind. They're gonna pick up that Explorer. I think he should just run at this point. He doesn't need that Explorer to be building anymore. So he's just gonna die, which he didn't need to. Frontier should bring these guys back and just sit on top of that dead body there and just wait for Kevin to age and then kill it again. But yeah, they're gonna pull back. Germany is stacking 125 wood, pretty standard, so we don't really know what he's gonna do. It could be a naked FF, a cav semi-FF, or a kind of double semi. Usually you kind of go naked FF as Germany, but yeah. Frontier is going for the standard Spain FF, he's stacking lots of resources. He didn't need to build to chop for a trading post when he was aging, so he's got really lots of food. So now he can pull back 1 billion vils and just gather all the coin and age pretty early. And then he's got 700 wood on the way. He's gonna have 5 vils after that, most likely. So nothing very surprising here from Spain, just very standard Spain gameplay so far. Germany went for the settler wagon shipment, which is of course very standard as well. He doesn't have a military building, or does he? I don't think. Okay, now he's gonna drop a stable, but looking at his macro, it looks like he's not trying to train units. That's a pretty late stable as well, so you know. That nude guy is getting a little bit of information there. So I think Kevin, yeah, he knows about the tower, he knows about the coin, so he knows it's just a standard FF, nothing too surprising there. Bit of micro going on, just trading these Ulans for some idle time and the pets. But yeah, it's gonna be a kind of late age up time for Germany here, not gonna lie. I mean, usually when you go for naked FF as Germany, you just don't chop extra wood, right? Like, you don't need that stable and 2 houses, you just need 2 houses. So he didn't need to chop 125 for his steel traps. He could have just, you know, stopped at like having 0 wood in the bank and then used the 400 wood for steel traps and 2 houses. And then he could drop the stable from 700 wood, but now he's just, you know, he's gonna age, but it's gonna be a 740 age up, which is a little bit late. Usually you can age up maybe 1 bill earlier, so about 715 or something. So yeah, Spain is up, going for Spanish gold, very standard stuff. So starting with some rods in transition, well, not quite in transition, a bit of a late rod batch actually, but yeah. Lots of bills in queue because he's stacking resources. He does have hunting dogs, but he's gonna look to get more upgrades soon, I think. 4 Hussars age up, very standard stuff. It's a pretty good age up for sure. Gonna try to pick off a Vil there. I think he should already go in. He's got the rods and he's got the 4 Huss. So 1 Vil gonna go down. Nice little pickup there by Frontier. There's lots of pets though, going to buy some time for Germany here. He did pop a batch of Ulans while he was aging. Sorry. Ulan's not being exactly ideal against Spain, but it's kind of the only unit he could train while he was going up, so it makes sense. And opening with War Wagons, just playing it safe, probably gonna cure War Wagon now. And there you go, barracks going up. He still has wood for a house, but soon he'll need to chop some. Because he will need more houses and he will need veteran Ulans as well. So he might want to get Gangsa soon, so he can start chopping some wood. War Wagons popping, so solid mass for Germany. Spain probably doesn't have so many units, but he's got 14 rods already, which is just enough to defend this. A batch of skirms coming out as well. Second barracks going down, so pretty standard new meta, let's say. Like the meta we've had in EP since Spanish Gold actually is a viable card. You see people going for double racks pretty often. Skirm Rod to Falconets is a pretty strong unit composition for sure, and very hard for your opponent to micro against. So he followed up with 1,000 wood as well, just so he, you know, can get all that infrastructure up, veteran rods, market upgrades. Might want to get placer mines soon. And now we'll probably see just 2 falconets or maybe 5 lancers or something like that. Just waiting for that shipment. Yeah, 2 falconets coming, so pretty standard stuff. The batch of war wagons was completed by Germany, so he's gonna start pushing the TP. He probably knows he can't really push in that tower just yet, so he's gonna wait for the 8 skirm shipment as well as a batch of skirms so he can... Oh, another tower going up. That's really unstandard for Spain. So 2 wheels, oh, 3, 4 wheels going down. And Germany is getting away with it. So I think at this point as Germany, you're like, yeah, dude, just... I'm gonna pull back and I'm fine, right? You don't really need to keep pushing at this point. You've killed 4 wheels. Spain has invested wood in a tower as well, which is a bit of a waste of resources at this point. I mean, you could have just used that 1 tower there. But yeah, oh, Germany actually going in, getting some hits on top of the skirms. War wagons shooting away, so getting some nice swings on top of the skirms there. War wagons picking up a hussar as well. But yeah, Germany has lost 2 war wagons. So, I mean, it's still enough, right? 5 war wagons is enough to one-shoot a Lancer, for instance. He's got the Vet Uhlans as well, so I really appreciate that Kevin didn't try to go in at this point. Like, he was still waiting, like, he's gonna have a shipment soon. He was waiting for Veteran Uhlans, and I think he didn't need to go in because he's done some eco damage there. At the same time, Spain didn't have Veteran Rodeleros, so you maybe kind of want to go in, but yeah. I think Germany is definitely ahead at this point. You can see that Spain is on 28 views and Spanish gold, was Germany is on 27 plus 8 settler wagons, so that's like 35 views. And I think Germany is just a bit ahead in eco. But yeah, that house is maybe a little bit of a bold move. I think it's gonna go down pretty quickly. Actually, Spain is looking to be going back a little bit. Germany trying to get some free... he does get a rod, but he's also getting shot in his war wagons. And these war wagons go down really fast to skirm, so he's gotta be careful. House going down. What's the house situation for Kevin? He's actually housed because of it, so he's gonna need to chop wood, buy wood or something. Got a 9 Ulan shipment on the field, so the 3 biggest German shipments have been sent. Oh, nice falconet volley there, and 1 wheel going down as well. No, Kevin. Oh my god, that's a big volley there. So Flantier doing, you know, good use of his falconets there. Germany trying to go in, but that's a lot of rods, and nice little rod, you know, flank here to cover the falconets. The Uhlans are gonna try to get on top of the Falks, but I think they're gonna get shredded by the rods. And this is why this matchup is really hard to micro, because, you know, despite Germany having probably more units, just all the rods are just taking down these Uhlans so quickly. And what looked to be a pretty good game for Germany so far has just turned into a Spain-favored game, I think, because that trade was just great for Spain, right? And Spain still has, you know, all the Lancer shipments behind. And Germany does get better shipments because of the Uhlans, but in fact they don't really get better shipments because, well, Spain gets coin as well. So, and Spain still has 4 Lancers, 8 rods. And he's just gonna go for a big Lancer swing, and I really like it, you know? He's taken down most of the cav and war wagons. So now Germany is a bit naked, if you wish. So he doesn't really have stuff to cover these skirmishers, and so it's pretty smart from Spain to just go for the big calf switch. He's got a stable as well, so he's gonna have like probably about 12 or 15 Lancers or something like that soon. Well, these hussars will go down, but it's not too big of a problem for Spain, I think. And I think he should... Okay, he should kind of wait for the shipment, but at the same time he knows that the German army is a bit out of position, so he's gonna just abuse that window and just push in with lancers here and just pick off a couple of vills there. And then the reinforcing lancers will come. Spain really needs to get houses up though, and more units. Like he's got 3 buildings, so he can spend his resources pretty fast. He just needs a house. Just like switch some vills to wood and yeah, buy for a house. Cause like that's pretty unfortunate for him. He had some sort of timing there, but now okay, he's gonna finish his batch, so that's good. So actually he's gonna be able to somewhat spend his resources. If he also finishes that batch of skirms now. Yeah, he's still housed though, he still needs to remacro. Germany going forward, Kevin spending his resources a little bit better maybe, but he's still got the weaker army for sure. What is going to kill these lancers? Like that's how many? Like 15, 20 lancers? Yeah, 18 lancers. Ulan's gonna try to block, but there's just so many of them. Whoa, that's a crazy calf switch really. And that's when you see that Spain can be pretty good sometimes. But nice batch of 4 wagons for Germany though. He's gonna need to pop Minutemen. He's sending them over to melee mode so they can block. That's a very good move. And he's gonna keep kiting. He's doing a pretty good job at kiting so far. I don't know if it's gonna be enough, but he does have a Ulan shipment coming as well. So if you can keep kiting between the trees and stuff and pop the Ulans on the lancers, there's still lots of units for Spain though. It's gonna be very tough for Germany, but you know, he kind of needed to pop the Ulans on this side here to defend his skirms. And yeah, I think Spain... Well, the Warwagen, set for wagon tanking, the Lancer count is dwindling, but all these rods are getting on top of the Uhlans there, so it's looking pretty tricky. And I think Germany is just cleaned up at this point. He's got nothing. Like, all these skirms are gonna die. The batch of Warwagen is gonna be late and unable to really do anything on its own. Cover moding his rods, nice move there. Yeah, Lancers, skirmishers, I mean, going down. 3 Warwagons gonna pop, but yeah, already one of them is gonna die, so pretty rough for Germany. And yeah, Kevin calls the GG, so well played by Frontier here. You can see he knows how, wow, how to play that matchup. You've got... Wait, why does it say Frontier resign? Surely that's just a bug, right? Surely Spain doesn't resign at this point, so we'll go with Kevin winning. That's just so buggy, dude, as usual. Victory is yours, Kevin. You're winning. You've got 2 wagons and 2 skirms. Yeah, well, anyway, so yeah, Frontier won that. Not like, how many is that? He even had 16 more rods in the back, just chilling there. Alright, so I'm gonna need to set up that I don't have the logos actually. I would need... Oh! Frontier crashed! Oh shit. Actually that's why he resigned. His computer crashed. Well, if I'm an admin, which I'm not, I'm giving the win to Kevin, to Frontier 100%, even though he crashed, because that game was just over. But then again, I just don't know what happens now. I'm gonna have to chat a little bit. All right, Kevin is not going to take the win. Kevin knows he was losing. Like that game was lost. He knows it, and Kevin is gonna be well a fair player and just let Frontier have the win even though he crashed. So thanks a lot to Kevin for that. That's oh, but yeah, look at that, dude. It's just disgusting. Like you need to micro so much against rods. Like that fight, Germany was so far ahead. Well, it seemed to be so far ahead. Like it's killed four wheels there. There was that tower which was a bit of a waste of wood there for Spain as well, and then he was just outmassing so much after that push, and he got a pretty decent trade there as well. And then he just got crushed and GG essentially, and then again got crushed. Spain out gathering with Spanish gold and 1,000 wood. Obviously, he's getting crates from Spanish gold and 1k wood, but Germany gets more units because he shipped more units instead of shipping crates. So it makes perfect sense that Spain was ahead in resources. Yep, GG. Alright, I'm gonna need to add some text. That's maybe a little bit too big. I'm gonna just switch it that. Okay. And we'll need to adjust that somewhere on the right as we go. All right, so I guess there was a little bit of discussion going because yeah, like I said, Frontier crashed, so they had to figure out what they do next. Now they have to pick a matchup as well. So I guess that's why they're not in game just yet. So we'll have to wait a couple more minutes. Next map will be Korea, which is the old Adirondacks, and well, the new Adirondacks, I should say. And yeah, Frontier has to lock first in this game. Oh yeah, I guess they could replay from the saved game, but yeah, the game was essentially over. I think Kevin was about to resign, so yeah, not much else to say about this game. So I don't see them hosting. I don't see them in game either. I hope they didn't forget to toggle the observer mode now. That would be pretty bad. Do you remember how easy it was on EP to actually get some tourney games going, to cast and stuff? Like, it would be in the lobby chatting with players, looking at people picking their civs was just lots of fun. Well, there was lag and some other issues, of course, but it was definitely more fun than staring at this screen and waiting for the game to show up, if it does ever show up, right? Okay, all right, they should be hosting now. Yeah, okay. So we'll just wait for them to go in game. I hope you can't hear that wash machine going nuts behind. Just let me know if it's too loud. I can move somewhere else in my place. Alright, so they're in game now. Nice. So looks like they agreed on a matchup and they are going into game 2 of this play 05. So Frontier is up 1-0. And you can't use a civ twice until game 4. So that's when the civ reset will happen. So they can't play... Kevin can't play Germany and Frontier can't play Spain. Spain being the main civ of Frontier, I'm pretty sure. So now Frontier is locking India on Korea. And Kevin is counter-picking with Dutch. Alright, so Dutch spawning with a nice 45 coin treasure in his base, as well as a 20 coin here, gonna be quite nice for his age 1. India spawning with a nice 50 food treasure, but deciding not to go for it. Probably just because he knows there's so many good treasures on this map. You usually get lots of wood, lots of food treasures as well. You've got like 1, 2 of these 75 food treasures. You've got an 80 wood here, another 80 wood there. Some coin, which could be nice for Dutch. Some more coin, and another 75 wood treasures. Yeah, pretty stacked map. And India is gonna scout that that treasure here, so Dutch is gonna have to wait a little bit until he can get that food. Oh, the monk's barely gonna escape. Kevin just trying to push the monks away. He's gonna bring back his envoy, maybe to just get line of sight over here, so he knows if the monks come back. But they don't. I mean, India knows that he can't fight this explorer, so eventually you have to pull back. Like you can't just stay around for too long as India, unless he goes for like to try and take the treasure himself. But that's pretty risky. Oh, what a disaster! The Guardian reset. Was pretty good micro so far, but then yeah, he just reset, and so Dutch is gonna waste a little bit more time and lose a little bit more HP to take that treasure there, but he will get 75 food, and he's got his villager shipment as well. But after killing the treasure guardian, these oh no, they are too far away. That's unfortunate. So. Same thing here, basically. India is gonna lose some HP, most likely, and he's gonna waste some time taking the treasure there. Kevin knows about the treasure as well, but it's too late, he can't take it. But yeah, that monk is gonna be pretty low HP as a result. The envoy is gonna see it as well, gonna start punching the dude. So Frontier is gonna pull back, but if he's not... Oh, Frontier! That monk it's dead. It's 100% dead. Like, it will never leave. There's no way. But at least Dutch was not able to block the Agra fort, because that explorer is busy taking down that monk here. Dutch instantly scouting it though. He's chopping wood and hunting food for a bank. He's got too many villas on wood though. He really needs to switch some villas. And that one elephant is just sad. Like you can't really do much with that dude alone. So he's gonna just walk around and scout. That's all he can do. And he needs to be careful not to step too close to the TC because it would die in 2 volleys. I think he knows about it. He's kind of stuck in this corner now, and he's gonna try to go around so he doesn't get TC fired. And it's definitely out of range of the TC now, and yeah. If he tries to take this though, if I'm Kevin now, just completely garrison my villas and it dies. But yeah, he's gonna get away with it, so that's a nice little pickup there. Kevin got 50 wood, so that's pretty greedy. When you chop an extra 50 wood, usually it means you want to go for like 5 banks. So you already got the 50 wood you need for a house after your bank. And yeah, it's gotta be on queue, can start switching bills to food. Meanwhile, India is aging up, still not up, of course, aging up quite a bit later than Dutch. That envoy sees the house, so if you see your opponent is India and he's building a house in transition, you know, well, I mean, it's not necessarily a rush because you do get the 2 sepoys, so you need a house kind of, but sometimes it can mean they go for unit shipment. Okay, but he's just gonna go for 700 wood actually, which, you know, is better than the old 600 wood, but arguably not better than the wood trickle. I guess it depends on your plan. So 700 wood first means he might just be going for a sort of timing here. Maybe you're gonna get a consulate up and just ship 300 export next, and then timing push with 4 Sawars, 3 Hussars, some Gorkhas, and the 2 Sepoys, and could be a pretty scary timing against Dutch. Kevin's still picking up some wood treasures, which is pretty nice. So yeah, he's gone for a house actually. So I don't know why he needed to chop the extra 50 wood. It's not going to be especially useful. I guess he can get hunting dogs, but... Gorkha's coming in to idle a little bit. Bank wagon popping. It's gonna go... Oh! Oh my god! Okay, it's gonna go up. It was getting stomped as well, which is pretty dumb. But yeah. So India just idling as much as possible. To be honest, these units are pretty weak against TC fire. Most of these units just die in 2 shots and they're pretty expensive. So I wouldn't be upset as Dutch to just have like 10 vills in my TC and shooting away. But he preferred to shoot at the elephants because they are kind of cab and you need... Like, you don't want the elephants to go on top of your skirms essentially. So it was also smart from Dutch to snipe them with TC fire. Oh, Vill going down, nice little snipe by Frontier. And we do have a consulate going up. For India, he's got a stable up, he's got a consulate up. And we'll see what he decides to ally to. But I would expect the Ottoman consulate. It's pretty obvious that India is not going too greedy. I don't expect him to get the villages from the consulate. Oh, he's gonna miss a batch. And gonna lose a few Gorkhas that Explorer was able to snare. Probably sort of an even trade. I didn't quite see, but I think they just traded some volleys. Maybe Dutch was able to kill a couple more Gorkhas, but he also lost the Explorer. So yeah, we do see the Hussars coming out, as well as some Sawars in queue and some Gorkhas in queue. And next, we're almost sure it's going to be a unit shipment. Most likely just 4 Sawars. Might be 5 Sepoys if he's afraid of a Hussar switch, but usually Dutch tends to age up, so he's probably not going to be afraid. Even though, honestly, at this point, if Dutch just makes Hussars, he's in a pretty good spot, right? Some Dutch players tend to age up a little bit too early, but I hope for Kevin he's going to train some Huss. Oh, Yeah, so he's gonna stage 2. He's got 8 pikes on the way, so maybe he identified... Maybe he saw the Ottoman flag and was like, okay, he's gonna just get some hussars and push me. Maybe he saw that with the envoy. Oh, and actually Frontier going in before his unit shipments come in. But he got a pretty good trade there. Most of the pikes have gone down, and I don't know. Kevin's got a batch of 5 Haas though, and Minutemen popping as well, but there's a lot of Sawas coming as well, and 2 Sepoys being idle there. I think there's just too many units for India here. Overall, seems like a pretty good trade for him. Then again, Dutch is on 4 banks, and India wasn't able to really boom so much. So I really don't know what to think of this game at this point. Also, Dutch committing to unit shipment and staying H2 is always kind of nice for India. Oh, and that's just so many cav here. But Dutch has got another batch of Haas. Oh, I don't know that you should send these guys in melee. They're gonna get melted by the Sawas. But yeah, 5 more Haas will be enough, I think. Does Frontier have anything on the way? He's got some Sepoys on the way. Actually, I don't know. Yeah, okay, India's gonna pull back. He knows Sawas are pretty weak and they're low HP, so he probably can't fight the Huss. But Dutch needs to go back. And he needs to cancel that. Please go 700 food. No, he's got so much coin already. Well, I guess he's gonna train more Huss and it's gonna be okay, but yeah. I think India is in a pretty solid spot at this point. Oh, I need to maybe fix the scores. Yeah, that's pretty ugly, right? And the fight is going on at the same time. And I don't know. Skirm's just sniping the Sepoys nicely. I think Dutch has got this fight actually. Well, I mean, I guess not. There's some Zams. There's lots of Hussars, but he's not quite in a position to snap the Zemburaks. 5 more Skirms popping though, so he might just be fine there. Couple of Wheels tanking as well. But the Huss need to go back. They can't catch the Zemburaks here. But yeah, I think if I'm Dutch now, I just cancel my units in age. You just cancel the shipment, you cancel all this, and you click up and you're fine. You have a shipment ready, and like, he's not gonna be able to keep pushing. I think he needs to... Yeah, maybe he's gonna realize, okay, you know, I need to, like, yeah, just age. And that's the right decision at this point, really. He's gonna just click up, pull back. And meanwhile, India is dropping a small wall there for raids. And yeah, India is not quite in a position to really push. I mean, he's got some units, but these units are not exactly great at pushing. You can poke with Gorkhas and have Zemburaks defend your Gorkhas, but you can't like siege down a building or something, or just you can't catch the blue army either. So it's not like India is gonna have a lot of tempo now. He's just gonna be able to deny that treasure, which I guess is quite nice, and to be annoying, pull these wheels back. I mean, force Dutch to pull the wheels back. 1 wheel going down, and denying quite a bit of hunting as well. But meanwhile, India is just going for 5 Sepoys here, and that's really kind of all in. I'm not sure India wants to stay H2 at this point. Maybe he needed to not... Like, if he cancelled that batch of Sawa and that batch of Sepoys, he could have aged, but he's completely committing to H2, and I don't know, that's looking scary, but there's also a lot of pass for Kevin, and I think he's probably getting... No, not quite yet. Okay, first he's getting a batch of Reiters, but when he gets veteran Hussars, these guys are pretty strong. And I think Frontier can see he's not in a position to really go in. He did get the wood trickle, so India now has a bit of eco, and he doesn't have the villagers yet though. But in a while, like in about 40 or 50 seconds, I reckon, he should have a Hussar batch. I mean, sorry, a villager pop. And Dutch getting Gangsa. He's just pushing in, but I think this is a little bit cocky from him. I mean, this is This smells like shit, man. Like, don't push in there. Yeah, Minutemen popping, well, Zembrax, imagine if that was Star Wars, that would be so much better, but yeah, why would you overextend between these buildings here? All the Star Wars connecting, so I don't know, maybe Dutch is still fine, but he doesn't have that Huss, so the Huss are not exactly so strong, and there's just so many units for India here, and Dutch is gonna have to kite his way out of there. It's not necessarily a terrible trade for Dutch, I guess, but now more Star Wars coming in. Imagine if India had camel attack, would have been so much better for him, but yeah. Dutch hit and running, but is it enough? Like, he's got 7 Ritters, which is not a huge mass. He really needs to ship like 8 skirms or something. I think he can get away with 8 skirms. Most of the Star Wars have gone down, and now he's in the chokes, so I think I would just go for 8 skirms. Or you can go for 5 Huss, that's also a nice option, of course. So, you know, this was a really good trade for India. If you look at the scores, well, now it's a bit better for Dutch. But I think considering India, yeah, he's also picking up a couple of bills there. But considering India is stuck in H2, he needs to take this kind of fight. Like, he keeps pushing Dutch back, so Dutch can't really get so much control of the hunts. Dutch needs to keep shipping units. He can't like get a 5th bank. He can't get arsenal upgrades or anything like that. He's just, you know, shipping units and surviving. And this is what India needs at this point, because India is probably never going to be able to wage, at least not until a very long time. And oh my god, what is going on? Kevin is not paying attention. Oh, he's getting caught by all the Star Wars. Zembrax's gonna connect on the Hussars as well. And I don't know, this is looking dicey for Dutch. That Huss are really strong, but the Zembrax are also a really good anti-cap, so... Well, I guess Star Wars are pretty good at dying, so they died. But yeah, pretty close game, honestly. Oh, he doesn't have Desert Terror. That's a shame. Like, that would be a pretty good card for Zembrax against the Vet Hussars. So he's gonna have to ship this, most likely. Which is not gonna be bad. I mean, it's gonna affect his Star Wars, so he just really needs to remember he's got a shipment and send this card. Yeah, okay, there you go. Almost looks like I clicked it myself. So they're gonna be pretty strong. Also, how many views are these? 48. Oh, so he just got Hussars again. He didn't get the villagers, but honestly, 4 villagers don't make a very big difference at this point, so it's fine. India kind of needs to switch to the British consulate, I think, so he can get the HP boost on his units. But yeah, all in all, you know, if Dutch is able to get away with massing a lot of units, he's just gonna win. Like, if he can just ship Skirm attack and Skirm combat, Calf combat, stuff like that, get enough Hussars, enough Raiders, India is gonna be in a lot of trouble eventually. And he's actually going for 2 caravels instead of this, and I don't think Kevin knows about them. Oh, but the caravels could be huge here, because there's all these builds, they are pretty exposed, but if... Oh, they need to pull back, yeah, they need to come here. If India can, like, trap and got the caravels there, it could be nice, but... I don't know that India already has enough units. He's just getting so many Star Wars, and he's gonna need more camels, maybe, I mean, more Zembrax as well, because... The Hussar count is gonna start growing, I think, soon. Dutch going for 7 Ritters. I think he really needs Skirm combat. It's much better than 7 Ritters at this point. But yeah, Dutch is looking to be pretty far ahead. Pretty long game. I mean, extended H2 from India. But yeah, it's really hard to beat Dutch in H2 at this point. And Sawas, even though they have a huge attack now, they have an absolutely huge attack against skirms, and it can get even much better, but they do have a nice attack. They still melt, like they have very low HP. India really needs at least the British consulate here. He also got the export for a batch of something. Minutemen being cold, but just gonna die. Veal gonna die as well, and Stable is going to go down, so cancelling a batch as well. I don't see how India comes back from this situation. He also needs to still ship this. The Agra fort will go down. India is nowhere, isn't in a position to defend it. Small War is going down, trying to defend that coin mine. But yeah, it's pretty rough for India. I think India could have aged after he did quite a bit of damage there. I think he could have aged, but he committed to like 5 sepoys and stuff, and Dutch was able to just age. So yeah, that's just a huge mess for Dutch at this point. He could have both CAF combat and skirm combat already though, but still he's getting CAF combat now. Consulate will go down. Frontier has used his export for another batch of passars, I think, somewhere in there. Oh, and he's getting Tiger Claws, so that's the last effort here. He's gonna try to get a fight. I don't think he can wait any longer. He needs to go. Market being deleted just to allow the Sawas to get on top of the skirms. A couple trees gonna help Dutch a little bit there. Tiger Claws gonna flank. But yeah, that's just so many CAF combat units for Dutch. And India trying his best to just surround this Dutch army. The TP socket is gonna be annoying as well. Oh, that's a messy thing to see. And yeah, all the Sawas and Hassas going down extremely fast to the CAF combat veteran routers here. And yeah, that was a good try. He's stacking the resources to age up, but you know he's got a huge eco. Like India is really far ahead in eco. He's got 60 bills with the trickles, while Dutch is still on 4 banks and he's got only 39 bills. But it doesn't matter. Yeah, he just can't kill this army essentially. So yeah, GG. So Kevin taking game 2. So it's gonna be 1-1 now. Alright, so did snipe a Veal there. Pretty good villager graph for India, but you know, just Dutch kind of just took good enough trades. Like he had to ship 8 pikes and stuff, but he was still like taking good trades overall. You can see like India is just kind of losing more units. Like he's remassing more and losing more units, and Dutch just holding and aging right behind. And India had no window here to do anything. And then he got a pretty good fight there, but just wasn't quite enough. Like he needed to do some. If he was gonna stay H2 for so long, well, I mean he never aged up to H3, so that was pretty long. Like if you're gonna stay H2, you need to do some sort of damage when Dutch is aging, and that was not enough damage. So either at this point at India, either you're like, okay, I'm gonna just age, or like you commit to really pushing Dutch somehow. But yeah, GG. You can check the resources. Dutch really outgathering. Of course, India didn't get the wood trickle. He didn't get the Ottoman villages early, so he didn't really have like any sort of extra eco. He probably delayed his market upgrades as well. I didn't quite check the market upgrades, to be fair, but yeah. And so I think he would outgather Dutch eventually, but yeah, he just got a rough start there in terms of eco, so he really needed to make something happen. GG. Alright. I'm gonna get myself a coffee and I'll be right back. I think this matchup is really underrated for India, but you kind of need to be on a stagecoach map. Like, typically, if you're playing on Fertile Crescent, and you can get 2 TP stagecoach on your side, so you need the good spawn for that. But yeah, I think India like can go stagecoach and just age up to Fortress and still hold against Dutch and just eventually have more eco, drop some extra TCs out on the map. But on a map like Korea, without stagecoach, without livestock, without anything like special for India, I think it's a pretty good matchup for Dutch for sure. But yeah, I think he never got a trading post, right? And TP is definitely pretty good for India. I mean, you're getting an extra bill with every shipment, so especially now 700 wood and 700 coin actually exist. So like you've got just better shipments, so having a TP is nice. With the TP, I think Frontier could have gone for a timing a little bit earlier. He could have pushed with maybe one less batch of Sawals or something, but he would have had like all the shipments and stuff in already and could have pushed. So I guess we'll just wait for them to rehost. Let's see. Alright, there you go. So game 3 is gonna be on Arctic Territories, which is Herald Island on EP. And looks like, so Kevin had to pick first this time, and he's going for Hero, which is definitely pretty good. And Frontier is going for France. I mean, France is good, of course, but I think Hero against France is just a pretty good matchup for Hero. It's a bit better when you have water, like when you can get a dock and stuff, maybe, but, you know, as a French player, I really struggle against Hero usually. I played that game against Maito in tournament where he had like... I killed 10 Tomahawks in H2. Like a veil or 2 maybe, got sniped his explorer. I pushed him and did some damage, I think, and then I just lost anyway. In H3 he had like so much stronger units, and I couldn't win any fight. So definitely don't feel too good about this matchup for France, but it looks like Frontier does, because he picked France into Hero, so he must like this matchup, I guess. Kevin getting a nice 50 wood in base, so you can crackshot that, and then you get 25 XP out of crackshotting the white bear, and you also, well, get 50 wood for your TP, of course, so he is able to drop his house somewhere. And yeah, that's gonna be pretty nice for Hero. He will get the XP. He could have built it there. Would have been quite a bit better. He would get the XP now for his 3 goals, but He doesn't need so much XP anyway, so it's not gonna make a very big difference. France, meanwhile, I don't know what he's got. He went for a TP. Oh wow. 80 coin in base. I would go TP and market here. You can just age up 14 with TP and market and just be fine. I'm gonna get 80 XP. Not gonna be very useful until in a few minutes when he needs to ship some shipments. I mean, after 4 CDBs, most likely. He's gonna be glad to have that 80 XP, but so far, I mean, for the time being, it's completely useless, so not the best treasure for France. Not a ton of very good treasures, actually, on this map. And so Kevin should have a pretty good age up time. Well, I guess he's gonna have to go 15 anyway, but it's gonna be an idle S15, I think, with a TP, which is quite nice. Gonna find 110 coin as well, which is gonna be helpful later on, if he wants to go H3 especially. And Flantier is going to idle for a 13 age up, but this is a lot of idle time. Not a fan of that. Wow, 250. So basically he's gonna age up 10 seconds earlier than a 14 age up, but with 1 Nesville. So I don't think 10 seconds is worth a CDB. So yeah, a bit questionable there. And Kevin is aging at 3 minutes, so standard 15 age up time. Gonna pick up that coin. Their boss going to start herding their food. Wow, that's a lot of food actually. On this map, usually you don't have that much food in your base, but yeah. Like, the hunts are easily better for Frontier than for Kevin here, honestly. Which is a bit of a shame. So yeah, Frontier getting hunting dogs. Probably just gonna get Placer Mine and then just stop chopping wood. Maybe... yeah, okay, he's... and sort of stacking 125 wood for steel traps. Kevin getting hunting dogs as well. And we don't really know what he's gonna do quite just yet. He's built a second house, so he's got to be going for some sort of H2 play, right? If you're gonna FF, you don't waste wood on a house, you just gather resources. So that's interesting. I mean, well, Kevin does like to go H2 sometimes, but most of the time you will just see him FF, I think. And now he's gonna play some H2, so he's going for 5 bills. It's probably gonna be some kind of timing here with 5 bills, maybe crates and then a unit shipment, or maybe just 2 unit shipments behind. He can even buy 100 wood if he needs wood for something, like a stable and some Kanyas. He could drop a stable now and buy wood, yeah. 4 Kanyas on the way. He needs 2 Q units though. Yeah, so he's gonna train some Tomahawks. They have been buffed a little bit. They're a little bit cheaper now, which is good because they're not extremely good units. So Kevin got the big button. He's gonna get 5 more Tomahawks and I don't know, he's got 2 of these marketplaces, so he's gonna just try to age behind. Okay, interesting. And meanwhile, Frontier is training musketeers. He's got a bit of a front base here. Oh, and he's gonna go for a push, so he's got 700 wood. He's gonna get a stable up a little bit late for the push. I don't think he's gonna quite have a hustle batch in time, so that's a bit of a shame. But now he can just make 5 crossbows and build a house with the wood he's got. But actually going to drop 3 houses. You really need 90 pop space at this point? I don't know what he's gonna do with all this pop space. Imagine just getting 5 bows in one house would be much better here. And Kenya's going for a bit of a raid. And Kevin, you know, he's not gonna try to make more units. He's totally trying to wage up. And he's getting the crates now, so he will be up quite soon. But what he doesn't know is that Frontier, I think, is going to just flank, right? Oh, one CDB gonna get picked off. Nice little raid there. One more CDB is gonna die. Oh, that's really painful. Oh, but 3 horse and 8 crossbows should be enough to just snare this army and clean up, maybe. But then again, the Kenyans will come back. But the Musketeers are here as well. France really needed to win this fight. I mean, he's lost like 2 CDBs and Hero is aging, while Frontier is nowhere near aging, and yeah, well, he's lost CDBs, so he needed to do something like crush this fight, and he just let Hero escape. Of course, he did save his trading post, which is nice, but like Hero is extremely far ahead now, I think. France is gonna be a plate. He's got a bunch of useless units. He's lost 2 CDBs, or maybe even 3. I don't know if I saw every single CDB go down. Oh, and France forgot about steel traps. Oh, what a disaster. That's really painful. That's why his score is so bad. Like, he must have lost about 1,000 food at least from not getting this. Well, maybe not 1,000. Maybe like 500 food or something, but it's huge. And Hero is Hero is up. Yep, he went up with the fast stage, which is pretty standard. He's gonna lose his TP, but that's just a detail at this point. Gonna lose a Veil though, and not able to really get his hands on these hunts just yet. But yeah, he's gonna be just fine now. 6 Kenyas is a very good shipment, but kind of a peculiar first shipment for Hero. Usually you expect 8 Forest Prowlers or 5 Musket Riders, but he's going for the Kenya mass, getting veteran Kenyas directly, and maybe gonna train more of them. So if he can ship like 5 Kenyas next, he's gonna have a huge mass of elite Kenyas, and that would be just great for him, I think, because France is aging late, he's not gonna have any sort of good mass, and I really hope Kevin just goes for that cheese, you know, like just 5 Kenyas and just crush. But then again, France knows about the Kenyas, he's seen them, he knows they're elite, he knows there's lots of them, so maybe the safe way to play this as Kevin now is just to switch into Forest Prowler, Musket Rider, which is pretty standard. So yeah, 5 Musket Riders on the way, a batch of 5 being trained already. And France is still not up, man, this is really painful. He does have some hunts in base at least. He can even take this one if he wants. Although it's gonna be a little bit tricky to get. But yeah, I mean, these units for France are just ridiculous compared to these Hero units, which are so strong, except maybe the Tomahawks, I guess. But and I think this front base is just toast, unless Hero decides to just completely bypass the front base and just right-click the TC or just try to catch the army. But looks like Kevin is gonna play it safe and he's just going to get the front base down, and this is gonna be really hard for France to replace. He doesn't have any wood, so he's gonna need to chop wood or buy wood. And he's not gonna get any units out for a while as a result. He might just get his Goon batch, but he's gonna lose half of them at the same time. Crossbow is trying to buy time, but they're no match against the Forest Prowlers. At this point, you just cancel your Goons, right? Or you pop them here, maybe? Oh, no. No. Well, it could have been worse. 2 Goons going down, but still pretty bad. 1 Falconet getting a volley though, so that's good. But Hero can probably just smash all his army in and oh fuck, I forgot to sorry about that. Whoops. Blunder. Anyway. Kevin sneaking a low HP, well, not quite so low HP, but for a Sprawler to try and get some line of sight. And he knows the French Explorer is dead, so it's gonna be pretty hard for France to spot this for a Sprawler. And 5 Hussars going down for free. Rape. And Hero is just already winning this game at this point. It's just got a huge mass of units, and Frontier, you know, 125 pop against 78. And the Hero units are infinitely better than the French one at this point. And there's like 3 goons against... how many? 10 Elite Kenyas. And you've got 8 more skirms on the way, and a batch of musket riders as well. Just a huge mass for Hero, really. And I think this is gonna be the game deciding fight, and if I'm honest, it's not gonna be a very close fight. There's just no way France can take on these Hero units. Honestly, best positioning Frontier could have had, but it's still just H2 Musketeers against, yeah, insane units. So he's just gonna, like, Hero is just gonna set move the CDBs. Doesn't really matter at this point. And lots of musket riders going down to the Marston melee, actually, but yeah. It doesn't quite matter, already. Frontier is basically not gathering food as well, so he's just gonna call it and resign. GG. So yeah, Kevin was down 1-0 in game 1, and now he's just catching up and going up 2-1. Yeah, and so many vills died there. And already losing 2 CDBs here was extremely painful. I think he's barely even gonna be ahead in resources. Like, France usually outgathers Hero quite badly. And you can see he did start to outgather them at start, but... yeah, then... barely outgathering Hero can't be good for US France. Usually you have seal traps, you have the 4 CDB and 3 CDB shipments, you start with 1 more vill, basically. And yeah, you just have more eco, but not this game. And yeah, just really just you know, staying H2 for so long, not having steel traps, losing CDBs, losing a few units, and Hero just outmassing so hard. GG. So we'll just wait for them to host again. Thanks a lot, Bramboy, for subscribing. Didn't see that. Looks like I don't quite have the alert, so maybe I did set up the alert box, though, but I don't know why it didn't show up. Maybe, I don't know, weird. Yeah, so I don't know. They're just smoking a cigarette, maybe. They're French after all, so I guess. So next game is gonna be on Dakota. I think that's Mendocino. And it will be this time Frontier picking first. And it's a silvery set as well in game 4, so they can they can bust play again any civ they want. So I think we might see again some hero from Kevin at some point and some Spain from Frontier because it's basically their main civs. I'm just trying to see if they are actually hosting the game. But they're not even hosting yet. Interesting enough. Um, oh, there you go. Wait, am I opting now on? Because I switched the observer mode. So okay, yeah. All right, let's go. So Kevin is winning 2-1. Looking good for CMC at this point, but still 2 games to go. And looks like Frontier. Wait, so yeah, Frontier picked Dutch and Kevin counterpicked with Sue. Quite interesting. Well, I guess this is a pretty good map for Sue. You just get the stagecoach. You can get some nice treasures over the map. And yeah, but I don't know. I don't know how good is the matchup for Sue. Honestly, the last time I played Dutch against Sue was like an EP probably. So I have no idea how this goes at the moment. But I think Sue is pretty underrated. It's definitely not. It's not definitely not a trash Steve like some people are trying to let us believe. I think Sue is a fine Civ really, and he does get 100 food and converts a rifleman, which is insane. And now, wow, Kevin's gonna stumble across a second food treasure here, and he doesn't even need to wait for his ability, because that rifleman on its own is kind of enough to kill these bears. You can just turn back and kill that one bear and snap the other one. Okay, well, that's also okay. So he's just not taking any damage and just running around. Yeah, but I was gonna say, it's a little bit... pull back, no, don't let it die. Okay, it's dead, well. 20 XP for Dutch. Gonna give him his shipment, actually. But, well, what? He actually built a TP. Okay, so Dutch is going for the slow start, just building a TP. I don't know what to think about that. So he's gonna have to go 16? Unless he gets a Bigfoot treasure soon, but I don't think he does. I don't know. Don't know what to think. He might be able to age 15, but with a bit of idle time. But what's the point of the TP here? Does he want to ship CM? Yeah, maybe he expects Kevin to go for the War Hut because he does like to do that. So maybe he's like, okay, he's gonna go for War Hut. He even Su aged up with 14, which is extremely early on DE, thanks to that 180 food treasure. Gonna get more food now. So yeah, that's gonna be super early. That's 2 wheels early, so it's gonna be pretty hard for him to chop all he needs for a War Hut, maybe, because of that only having 14 wheels. So maybe he just doesn't go War Hut, I don't know. It looks like he was maybe trying to get a TP. So let's see. I think if you have such an early age up, you might as well rush and drop War Hut here and just ship 4X and train C10s and something like that, and then get Stagecoach, or I don't know. But either way, that early age up is gonna be great. And Dutch is gonna be up a bit late because of that TP, so yeah, you've got, it's not every day you see Su aging so much earlier than Dutch, for sure. And oh, wait, so he does go for a War Hut as well as a TP. Oh, and that XP is gonna be great for him. He's just gonna get 4X just now, I think. He should build his War Hut, yeah. Just build it now. He's gonna need, he needs the Axe Riders to pop there. Okay, I think it will be up in time because he's got 3 builds. So now he's got the 400 wood age up, so he can just stop chopping wood. He could get a market and buy 100 wood as well, or get hunting dogs or something. Dutch is up. And I don't know, like, he's got that XP, but the XP is not so valuable for Dutch. You anyway get lots of XP as Dutch, because you get the banks, so I don't know what he's gonna do with all that XP. It already might just be CM, but then again, if you're going CM, you don't build a barracks and go bandwagon, right? So, and 4X in the Dutch base before 5 minutes, just gonna idle. Bandwagon gonna pop, just gonna be dropped there, no problem. Axe Rider is gonna keep idling as much as possible. Frontier, you know, he's got a barracks, but I don't know exactly what, like, you train pikes, but then there's gonna be C10s in your base, I guess. Oh, but actually Kevin is going for a Stagecoach. So he's just gonna train a few clubs and try to take down Frontier's TP. Oh, and actually Frontier cancelling the pikes. He recognizes that Su doesn't have a lot of cav left, so he can just go for skirms. Like, this is pretty good for Su, right? I mean, Frontier is on 2 banks. He's getting a batch of 1 skirm, he's housed. He's gonna have another shipment, but he doesn't have the food to rebuild banks just yet. And meanwhile, Kevin's got he's got a Stagecoach going. He's gonna get the TP down soon. Although for the time being, this is quite nice for Frontier because he's gonna get wood out of that trading post if he wants. He just needs to switch it to wood or to any resource really, but just not XP because that's the worst at this point. Kevin doesn't quite have the wood. Okay, he's shipped 700 wood, so now he's gonna be able to get a TP up. Doesn't have 5 bills in though, so the Su eco is pretty low still, even though he's got some Stagecoach TPs. The stable is gonna be dropped. So I think Su might just go for 5 bills now. Or maybe he wants to timing push again with like a unit shipment and a batch from the stable. He could like switch all his TPs to coin and get a full batch of Axe Riders easily. TP went down. 3 TPs to 0 for Su. So he's just gonna bring back his Explorer there. And gonna build the last trading post. Getting hunting dogs as well. He might want to queue an X-Rider. Like, he's got the macro for it. Like, he could stop chopping wood, just go on coin and get X-Riders and set all the TPs to wood, which he did. Oh, actually, wait, he cancelled the Veils and he's got Seaton on the way. So that's a lot of units for Su, and meanwhile Frontier is trying to age because you can see he's dropping walls, so surely he's gonna age. He's got 4 banks, 3 banks actually, which is not so great. 1 bill going down, 700 coin. Well, he did gather most of it, so it's not too bad. But it's still gonna be kind of useless coin at this point. No CM, just a few skirms, not really gonna be able to... He's gonna be able to buy time with them. TC Fire nicely sniping the X-Riders. I really wish Kevin got X-Riders. Yeah, it's a bit late. Like, he could have gotten the batch earlier, but he's gonna get 4 of them. Oh, 3, he forgot to finish the batch. And he really completely, like, goes all in on the H2 here. Like, he's actually staying H2 and still skipping the 5 bills and going for 2 2 Dog Soldiers. And, I don't know. A bank will go down, though. That's really great for Su, but if he's stuck in H2 against H3 Dutch, it could be pretty tricky. Then again, Dutch doesn't have a shipment, he's got only 2 banks, he's got no bills gathering resources. Nice villager micro here by Kevin though, Frontier I mean. And the Su mass is dwindling, but he's gonna bring another 5 X-Riders in. And Dutch is housed, he needs to get like the Ritas out, ready. He needed to buy 100 food and get a batch of Ritas before he was housed. The Veil going down, the skirmishers getting cleaned up, please ship your units. Really need to ship units now. What are you waiting for? Oh no, these Ritas gonna get... No, they're not gonna get caught. Okay, Ritas now on the way. 1 Veil gonna get... gonna buy time actually and be pulled back. Minuteman gonna pop. I think Su is not gonna be able to get this TC down, but then again there's more clubs and stuff coming in. But imagine if Dutch just... Imagine if he just popped the Ritas already, because like he forgot to ship them for so long. But that TC, yeah, I don't think the TC can go down, but then again, I don't know, clubs have 30 siege each, so... 1 Veil, 2 Veils going down. Ritas gonna pop. Oh, Su gonna try to snare, but I think Dutch is gonna be okay there. He needs to keep training Veils and directly start gathering food. Yeah, nice. Because like you need to have a follow-up at this point. You've lost the bank and stuff, so yeah, sure, you need to hit and run, but you also need to get your eco going as soon as you can. Like repair the TC, start making units again. You really need that. But nice little split by Dutch here. And this is just what Dutch needs, right? Well, I mean, unless he gets caught now, but... Oh, no. Yeah, okay, all these Ritas are dead. This is pretty awkward. This is pretty awkward. Trying his best to snipe the units, but yeah, I hope he repairs. Yeah, that TC is repaired, so that's good. He's gonna probably need to... Oh, no. He doesn't have 7 Ritas in deck. He's got this stuff instead, but like he really needs 7 Ritas now. Even if it's a bad shipment, like you need Ritas at this point. 8 skirms is risky as fuck. Okay, he's gonna pop 5. Yeah, okay, it's fine. It's fine for Dutch. Su's gonna have to pull back. But now you see Kevin is pulling ahead in the score, and he's aging, and I think it's essentially game over. I really don't understand this villager shipment though. I mean, he's got 4 TP stagecoach now. His eco is good enough, and catching the Ritters again. No. Oh, and next the skirms will die most likely. So, oh no. Oh, Frontier. 2 banks. Rip. I don't think the TP start paid off at all for Dutch. And now he knows, okay, I'm in deep trouble. What do I do now? Like, I've got less eco. Well, at least Sue shipped 5 bills, so he doesn't have any unit shipment just yet. So it's gonna be a little bit less pressure on Dutch, but like 37 reveals and 4 TP stagecoach against 28 views and 2 banks. So Sue is like 10 views ahead. And Dutch, yeah, he needs to wall up and ship 1000 wood maybe and try to get 5 banks, but it's gonna take forever. And in this time, Sue can just get 1 billion units out, so... Axe Riders being upgraded already. Getting some Wakinas, probably just gonna ship 8 Wakinas first card, or maybe Calf Combat, I don't know. If he gets more Axe, could go for Calf Combat. But yeah, probably just for 8 Wakinas. Frontier macroing for a bank, I think. But yeah, he just doesn't have any eco, so like he's got all his bills on wood trying to get banks, but yeah, he's gonna go 1000 wood as well. He needs the wood if he wants 5 banks and houses. He's got only gang saw as well. No hunting dogs. No anything. Like, it's just really rough. Oh wow, and that's so many Wakinas coming in. Just got double Wahat. Training 10 Wakinas at a time, and well, to be fair, Wakinas have less range, so maybe Dutch can try to get some free shots. But it's lost a Veal and now a second, a third Veal, 3 Veals going down. And this war will go down pretty fast to this mass of Cav, and I don't know. Well, Dutch, you know, if he can stay in the chokes, he might be able to sort of hold his ground, but it's gonna be tough, really. And the 1000 wood now is really useless, so... Like, he would have needed 5 house here, and but it wouldn't be enough anyway, so... And so, house is gonna go down, that bank is toast as well. Kevin can even dance for Siege Dance if he wants now. And yeah, that bank is gonna go down, and I know, like, it's probably just time to resign as Dutch. Like, you just can't do anything against this. You're never gonna kill that army. Unless you get an insane, like, 3 spikes and Hussar pop or something and just clean up everything, but... Yeah. Yeah, and Frontier is gonna resign. He can see the extra Axe Riders coming in as well. GG. So yeah, really not sure about this plan by Dutch. Like, he just never had any units in the game, right? Just no units, no eco. Like, you can see just getting idled so much and not booming and just falling behind. Losing quite a few views as well. And well, to be fair, Su was up so early. Maybe Dutch didn't expect that. Like usually you see Su up at 4:30 or maybe at 4:10 earliest, and this time he was up at 3:50. So he had 4 acts before 5 minutes, and it was really scary. To be fair, GG. No. What am I doing? All right, so we'll wait for them to host the final game of Display 05. So Kevin is up 3-1. Volunteer has lost the series essentially, but what matters is the points. So you know, if Volunteer can come back 2-3, it's not too bad. If he goes 1-4, it's really a pretty good swing for CMC at this point. So we'll see how this goes. And in this final game, I think it's Kevin first picking. So maybe that's gonna be nice for Frontier if he wants to win one final game here. And the map is going to be what is it going to be? Let me see. Florida. Okay, nice map. So what is Frontier going to first pick on Florida? I mean Kevin. It might just be Hero. Here he likes his Hero, and on Florida you get the livestock, so you can open with a farm, or you can also open with a dock because there's water. You can open with a TP. You can pick a lot of nice treasures. So it's definitely not a bad Hero map, although you can't really Stagecoach, which can be a problem sometimes. Or you might just go for something more standard like France or Germany because it's also a good map for these civs. We'll wait and see. So yeah, let's wait. I still don't know if my series is gonna be live casted later. I guess not. I don't think anyone's really available to cast it. We'll see. I guess. Oh, god damn it, it reset to... That's such dumb stuff. Like, why does it have to reset the regions? No one asked for that. Like, just let me browse what I want. Also, they're both French, so we are at basically the closest region, but I guess, yeah. Anyway, game 5, Florida. Kevin first picking India, which actually makes a lot of sense. And Frontier counter-picking with France. I don't really like this matchup as France on this map. It's a fine matchup for France usually, but on this map, it's a good map for France, but I don't know. Feels like even better for India. It's very hard to do much. I don't know. You don't really have any timing to push India with Falconets because they get their siege elephants in time, and if you just play the slower game, usually India just outscales you. So you can try to sneak an industrial age as France and get the heavy cannons. Possibly the best shot at actually. We'll see. We'll see how Frontier plays that. He's going to build a TP, of course, in base. And he didn't take that treasure, which is already surprising, as 40 would be exactly what he needs now. I mean, it would be nice, for sure. If you get 40 wood and you eat 1 or 2 sheep, you can age 13 easily. Oh, he actually crackshot a blow gunner there. He's working on a 135 coin treasure. Interesting. Meanwhile, India is getting a nice 35 wood for himself. So he didn't go for anything weird. He didn't even get the food upgrade. I guess he didn't have a coin treasure, so he couldn't quite do it. And France is just sort of giving up on that treasure for the time being. He knows the elephant is not far away. Maybe he's gonna be able to snare it. I think it's gonna... Oh, yeah. Not sure. India going for the wood trickle, very standard. France going for 3 CDBs, very standard as well. Still upset he didn't take that wood treasure though. But now he's gonna get 135 coin. But it's not gonna be extremely useful just yet. He could buy food, but it's pretty bad. So yeah, a bit of a disappointing start for France. I mean, it's a map where you get nice treasures, where you have sheep you can eat if you need. You get a market, so you can eat hunting dogs. And he just didn't quite adapt to the map. Like, this is kind of a lousy age up for France. Like, going 14 with a TP is the worst you can get as France. Sometimes you get it because you just don't get very good treasures, so you can't go 13, you can't do anything better than just a standard age up. But on Florida, you can always do better. You can at least get hunting dogs. And he just didn't, so it's just gonna be an inferior version of France on this map, really. Like, a weaker France will watch, just because his start is gonna be nothing special, while it really should be special on this map. Kevin is going for the Carnimata, interesting. I don't know how many sheep he's got, just the 3, I guess. So France actually, at least he did get a lot of sheep. He's just splitting them, I don't know why, but yeah. India working on the coin here. He didn't stun? He's gonna die. Oh no, why? Is he gonna lose Bath? Oh no, why? No, why are you doing this? Oh no! What? How do you lose both your monks to alligators? Like, oh Jesus Christ, that was sad. He needs to send a bill. like to wake them up and pick up the treasure. It's definitely worth it at this point. He's not even gonna have 2 sepoys because he's edging with the Kaunimata, so he really needs to send a veal here before France can steal it. Oh my god, that's huge. Okay, France scouts the Kaunimata. And he's up later than India as well, which is a bit sad. Hopefully this time he gets steel traps. Yeah. That's annoying. Steel traps coming in and a forward barracks for France. So he's identified that he can get away with getting a little bit more map control because India is going up with the Kaunimata. Which is not so standard, you know, but it's gonna be full grid for India. He's just not training units. He's just going Wood Trickle, getting his Imperial Bureaucracy, which is an insane upgrade. He's already got the 2 food upgrades as well as the tier 1 coin upgrade. So already going full grid here. He needs to maybe stop gathering so much food though. He needs more wood, I think, because he's gonna need a military building soon. Maybe a consulate. But yeah, looks like he just wants to age. But that's kind of weird because India knows there's a barracks here, right? He knows France might be playing a little bit aggressive. So I think you kind of want to play safe and get units out. Okay, barracks are gonna go down now, but really need to work on his macro. And we've got 5 musketeers here. Walking around the Indian base, not gonna be spotted just yet. India did not take a TP, which is a little bit surprising considering how greedy he's playing. I think you would have expected him to get a TP in transition, maybe. Just so that he would get the XP for his shipments. 700 coin gonna come in, so India is just gonna age. He might want to train just 5 sepoys though. Oh, that one veal is gonna die eventually. And this one is in trouble as well. I don't understand why Kevin doesn't make sepoys. Like, he's got the barracks, he's got the resources, he's got the pop space, so just make like 5 sepoys or something. 5 Gorkhas or I don't know. But he's just gonna be idled. That one veal might actually not even die. Oh, Frontier trying to place a building, but it's being blocked by the native scout because India did pick up a native scout here. And it's gonna be a stable and a second barracks as well. That veal might just leave actually. Somehow. 8 crossbows, so that's pretty much the same build again. Frontier just going for the cheese again, kind of, and just like shipping 8 bows and gonna get some husks, but again he kind of forgot about his stable. Like, stable up at 740, he's already got 8 bows. He's got 700 wood a long time ago, so he could have like 5 husks already. You can see he's stacking so many resources. Maybe he's just gonna age? No. Because, like, imagine if you know India has a native scout, you're like, okay, I'm gonna go stable to barracks and pretend I'm just playing H2 because he sees the 8 bows and then I age. But he's not gonna age. Kevin placed his wonder, but he still doesn't have units, and this takes forever to go up if you don't have any bills on it. I think Kevin's gonna have to maybe ship 5 sepoys, actually. Like, ship 5 and get a batch of 5. TC fire the crossbows, maybe, and yeah, and he does. So that's the right call, I think. But it's painful. You don't want to be shipping 5 sepoys right now, for sure. Just a bit too greedy by Kevin, I think. Sepoy is being switched to mini mode, gonna get pulled back, I think. If you can bait, like you can sell your Gorkha and you just call double Minutemen right now. Yeah. And with the 2 monks as well, this is gonna be a pretty good pop by India. Is it enough? I think it's enough to hold. It's not gonna clean up, but it's enough to hold, I think, yeah. And so now he can start gathering again, set some girls on wonder, and just age up. And from here, India might be okay. Well, at least France was able to escape. He forced a 5 sepoy shipment, he forced double Minutemen, and he did siege down a couple houses. India is gonna drop a new house and start gathering, training girls. He needs to gather more food as well. And let's see how Frontier is doing meanwhile. He's... Oh, just cancel that. He already wants to push in H2, but he's stacking 600 wood. He doesn't have a lot of units. Maybe he can train a lot of crossbows now and ship 3 house if he really wants to commit to H2, but it's a bit surprising, you know? I mean, he could have totally just aged at this point. I don't know if any Ville died there. Maybe 1 Ville went down, I think. Oh, I really need to stop gathering so much coin though. But 800 wood is gonna be quite nice. TC gonna be placed. Oh. Oh man, that's so close. Oh, Frontier dropping a dock. Okay. I don't know if it's the right time for a dock when you're H2 and you're trying to age and India is already H3. Is it like it seems pretty risky to get a dock? Oh, that bill is gonna leave. Maybe, maybe not. I think it's gonna go down, but Kevin is gonna get 1 volley. Yes, he's gonna kill Haas. But yeah, Frontier trying to buy a lot of time. He's trying to age. He's training fishing boats. Maybe he didn't need 700 coin to age, I think, and just buying time with his raids. And he's doing a good job at it. Like, he's gonna kill a 2nd bill here. So that's quite nice. But meanwhile, India does get a TC up. And he's got 2 Howdahs on the way. I feel like he might have wanted maybe just Gorkhas, because he's got lots of anti-cav already. Well, maybe not a ton of anti-cav, but enough anti-cav? I don't know. Interesting shipment for sure. But India needs to do something. He's lost quite a few vills, he's been idled for so long, and he knows like France is gonna get lots of stuff at some point, so you need to make something happen. But yeah, France is up. A bit awkward to be training fishing boats now, because like you need the wood for veteran musketeers, you need houses, so it kind of sucks to be making fishing boats right now. Not really what you want. I think we will see 2 falconets and veteran musketeers come in, and then it should be go time for France. Oh, 8 skirms, okay. You kind of want veteran musks anyway, even if you don't go falconets. 21 musks is definitely enough to make you want to get veterancy. So Frontier still doesn't know about the TC, but Kevin is able to see the units, so that's really nice for him. And imagine like 3 Mahouts popping out of that TC. Oh, Frontier is not seeing the TC, Jesus Christ, that's so close. Still need to get veteran Gorkhas. But yeah, he's got the Ottoman villages, I think. No? Maybe he did. Maybe you can't see anymore if they're settlers or villagers. Oh, he did get the bills, okay. Oh, big fight. Mahouts in position on the skirm. This is huge for India. All the musketeers just walking around doing nothing, and And I don't know, this is just sort of a disaster for Frontier. All the Musk getting melted, and the Mahout's still alive. I mean, one of them at least. And I don't know, there's just not a lot of units for Frontier at this point. Oh, that was a disaster, really. Oh, he needs to pull back. So many Howdahs as well. Oh, Goons being popped in the infantry, but gonna get away with it. 7 skirms as well. I feel like you need Falconets here. Like, you already need to get the advantage somehow. So if you're gonna go skirm war, you're gonna lose at this point. But if you get 2 Falcons, you have a shot at doing something. But yeah, this was really awkward. Like, all the Musks just being idle. Imagine if you had veteran Musketeers and they were just shooting all this time instead of walking. He would have probably won the fight, but yeah. Really, really awkward. Gorka is now being upgraded. British Consulate being researched as well, so he's gonna get extra HP on his units. Howdahs do pretty well against buildings as well, so that barracks is gonna go down very soon. 7 skirms coming in. Might just be what he needs to be ahead in the skirmisher war, but there's Euromis as well, and Kevin, you know, he's just on 2 TCs, and 49 vils plus 2 wood trickles is like 55 vils, and Frontier is on about the same eco maybe, because he's got the fishing boat, so the eco might be even, but the Indian army is looking to be much better, and eventually 2 TCs is just better than a TC and a dock. So eventually the map control will also be very good for India, and look at all these CDBs here, just sneakily gathering on the corner of the map. This is like such a gamble. If India sees these, it's basically GG. But I don't think he does. Like, he doesn't know, but he doesn't even know about the hunt. So he's gonna get away with this. The new stable is gonna go down though, which is pretty annoying. He needed to drop it in the back maybe, not in the front again. Wow, huge stack for Frontier. He really needs to get Falconets. And just finally queue units, but he's constantly losing his military buildings, and I think Kevin is quite far ahead at this point. He's got the map control, he's got a better eco, I think. Slightly maybe, but still. And he's just got better units. And he's gonna be shipping upgrades, I think. Like, he can get the Elephant upgrade. He already has the Elephant Combat, and next he can get the British East India Company shipment. So his units are gonna be just stronger than the French one. French is just massing units. He's not able to ship Cav Combat or anything like that. Oh, Falconets are in, actually. Wait. Did they die? Did I forget about 2 Falconets dying? Oh no, he's just housed. Okay, that's why. Yeah, that's a bit stupid. You can't know if it's been shipped already or if it's because he's housed, but yeah. Euromis and Mahouts coming in, that's like upgraded. Like, look at the HP on these guys. It's like Mamluk's HP almost. And yeah, I don't see how friends can kill this arm. Yeah, rip. Nice area of effect. GG. So Kevin's taking the series 4-1. Pretty good result for CMC. They're gonna be pretty pleased about that. GG. So yeah, just that fight. Well, India was ahead in unis, but I think it could have gone much better for France anyway. He just committed to H2 for too long. I think his pressure has done great. Like, he's done so much damage with this. He's idled India so much. I'm pretty sure we can see it in the resources here. It's just India is just not gathering, and he's losing probably 1 or 2 bills at some points. Yeah, and so that was great for France, but then he needed to age and stop committing to H2 for so long, and the dark was also just a bad idea, really. So like he could have been up barely after India, and then he would have like more units and more eco, and he could be the one just dropping a TC here, or even just just making units. And but yeah, the H2 was too long for France, and he eventually just lost because yeah, India just got all these H3 strong units, and France was like having 20 H2 musketeers and a few hussars and just a few skirms, and he just died really. GG, well played by Kevin here, taking 4-1 for CMC. And yeah, your building didn't want to build because there was a native scout. India got a native scout in stealth mode, and you tried to place a stable in it, and then your guilds didn't want to build it. So it wasn't even a bug, it was just bad luck eventually, essentially. Like, that was just a native scout. It's still there, by the way. That was the stable was trying to be built, but it couldn't. All right. I don't know what's gonna happen next. I think I'm just gonna go off. I'm playing against Maito in a bit more than an hour, but I don't think anyone can cast a series in 1 hour until that, and I definitely don't have time for it. So yeah. Yeah, I was unlucky for the native scout for sure. Because that stable was up so late, and then there was no hussars on the field until like 8 minutes. Uh, I don't know. I guess I'm off. I guess I'm just gonna stream some 1v1 on my channel because there's nothing else to do right now, and yeah. So yeah, if you wanna watch some 1v1s, I'm gonna play for like an hour until I get my game against Maito, and so you can move to my channel, guys. I don't think I can even host myself at this point, unfortunately, but yeah. Thanks for watching.